What's going on, Joe fans? Been a long time. Mr. 1013 is here back with another review in collaboration with Cobra Convergence 3. I would like to thank the Cobra Commander for reaching out to me and asking me to be a part of this Cobra Convergence of 2018. So it's been a little minute to be doing a review. This time it's about underrated Cobra villains, and I wanted to kind of just go a little different route. Let me get that adjusted for you guys. Go a different route and do a member of a subset, a female figure, a modern era figure. A lot of the guys, if you've been checking out, been following the Cobra Convergence, been a lot of old school figures. But I mostly kind of do modern era, you know what I'm saying? I was collecting back in like the 90s and everything. For you guys that didn't know or just are new, shout out to all the people, all the new subscribers who came through and showed the channel some love. I appreciate it. But I do like a lot of modern stuff with the club and whatever movie line we had coming out. Feel free to check my older videos out. But we're here again. I'm kind of running off track, but I'm kind of trying to go over everything to kind of introduce myself to the new guys who started to follow, all the Joe fans. So with Cobra Convergence 3, we're doing underrated figures. And like I said, I wanted to do something kind of different. I wanted to do a modern figure. I wanted to do a figure nobody has really any information about. If you really like follow the comic books, we don't know too much about this figure. And the club put her out as a club membership figure for this year. And that is the Dreadnok mechanic Heartwrencher. This is her first time having a figure that isn't customized. We had a lot of customized Heartwrencher figures. I had one myself. I don't have it on me right now. I'm sorry about that. I would have loved to grab it and do a comparison, but this is a different take on the Heartwrencher that we've seen in the comic books, and I'm pulling my information from JoeBattleLines.com because I had to look up to see exactly where she, just to get her an accurate description on where she came from and what she was about. We're going to definitely check out her file card and everything, but she was a part of the Devil's Due G.I.Joe series, Frontline number 18. In that issue, a group of Dreadnoks, including Naugahyde and Burnout, crashed the taping of Roblox's new TV series, Kiss Your Mama Home Cooking. That sounds delicious. We need to check that out. That needs to be a real thing. And of course, mayhem and chaos ensued with our favorite machine gun-toting chef from Biloxi coming out on top. However, the flame had been lit and Heartwrencher had made an impression on Joe fans everywhere. So it seems like this was the only appearance she had, and it wasn't like a major, you know, appearance. And she hasn't been anywhere else. So, again, that was from Devil's Due G.I. Joe Frontline number 18, if you want to get that comic. And in the comic, she's depicted, she has like fishnets on, she has like a loincloth. As you can see, she doesn't have a loincloth style here. I know the club was working with limited parts, and I think they did a very great job on the parts that she was given. So we're going to go over that as well. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know where she came from. So let's get into the review. Let's take a look at her file card real quick. Now, I usually pause this, but it's a special occasion, so you guys can check it out. So it says code name Heartwrencher, file name Devro Candace M, birthplace Albuquerque, New Mexico. Heartwrencher grew up learning the ins and outs of the family auto repair business until she found it was much more lucrative to turn their garage into a legal backroom chop shop. The skilled mechanic was often called Gearhead and Grease Monkey. However, the nickname that stuck was much more appropriate, especially given her affinity for welding a large wrench as an offensive weapon. After a chance encounter with Xandar, she was one of the few women to successfully complete the two-tiered initiation process and became a full-fledged member of the Dreadnoks gang. It's not until Heartwrencher is behind the wheel of her ground assault four-wheel drive vehicle that she shows her dynamic ability to get as a getaway driver. She knows how far to push the vehicle's custom engine and how sharp A turn the tires can drift, which keeps everything right on the edge of disaster. Just like her fellow automotive scavengers, she enjoys celebrating successful heists by consuming large quantities of chocolate-covered donuts along with ice-cold grape soda. And in her quote, "If you show up in my rearview mirror, you're gonna go boom." So there's a picture of her card art right here. It's pretty cool. It's okay. It's not none of the best they came up with, but it's fair. So that is Heartwrencher. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. Now, she definitely has some interesting parts. This is an all-new head sculpt. I love when, due to the limited amount of female characters that we get in G.I. Joe, I'm glad they're most often trying to give them new head sculpts. Because, I mean, you can pretty much identify any of them if they were start getting reused. So they always had the... that was always great that they were able to cast a new head for some of the figures, and Heartwrencher being one of them. And with some of these figures, I'm glad I got a good figure with as far as the paint apps, because sometimes the paint apps can be kind of derpy looking, and you know, in guys and figures, with the female figures especially, they gotta look sexy. You know what I mean? The eyes can't be rocking cockeyed or anything like that. That kind of ruins, excuse me, kind of ruins the whole figure for me. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but definitely for me. So I've seen some guys on eBay, or picking them up from eBay, or got theirs in the mail. They post them on different sites, and they're like, my eyes are messed up, and it's kind of unfortunate. If you're not a customizer or a real steady hand, you can't fix those eyes. And I don't even think she's up for the club anymore. And I believe on like eBay, she's going for, I seen one today going for like $230 by herself. So if you weren't able to get your hands on one, just kind of be patient and see, you know, just put them on the watch list on the eBay or wherever you can find. You can trade some stuff off if this is a figure that you want. This being the only Heartwrencher, official Heartwrencher figure, she's probably going to be hard to come about. But again, she comes with Heartwrencher, stand Cobra. Of course, I want to focus that. There we go. I want to take a good look at her head sculpt. Now, she's going to come in sideways here, but... This is a very good head sculpt. But like I said, the paint apps were really well done. There we go. Paint apps were really well done. Eyebrows are sharp. They're even. Susie Q's or curly Sues, whatever you call them, for the sideburns there. Then it just comes tapered down the neck. So very, very good. A lot of people said not a lot of people, but I heard some guys say her face was a little too butchy or too mannish. I don't think so. I think it works. You know what I mean? It works. She's supposed to be from Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I think they have like the ethnic skin tone and right characteristics in the face or the head sculpt to make this work. So I have no complaints about it. She stands apart from any other Dreadnoks in the set, especially with some of the similar parts as far as torso and arms. So she definitely stands out from the three. I'm going to do a comparison in a second. But she is, let me focus. There we go. I love the color. I love the purple and the black and the silver. I think that's really great looking. Like I said, it was kind of based off the comics. If you want to just Google her, you'll probably see it. Her shirt was more of a magenta, but I think they kind of went with a darker purple because, you know, Zorana, if you got them standing together, Zorana's got that pink shirt, so they didn't want to have them too similar. Let's go into articulation real quick. So her head does, of course, a 360, no hindrance between the hair. Arms go out. Spin. She bends at the elbow. Twist at the elbow. She has this is a solid piece, so she cannot bend, no hinges on the wrist, so no really great articulation when she's holding her weapons. Well, she really doesn't come in. We'll get into that too. She has great articulation here. Ab crunch is good. This is not in the way at all. Legs go out. Double jointed knees. pivot and spin at the ankle. And that's pretty much it for articulation. You know, the standard stuff. No hinge, no rocker, I should say, on the ankle though. Heartwrencher. Let me get her stand. There we go. Heartwrencher came with 3 pieces of gear. She has the Helix from Rise of Cobra sidearm. Focus that. There we go. She came with the arm crossbow. And of course, Heartwrencher wouldn't be Heartwrencher without her wrench. I wish this was a kind of just too big. I wish it was like a stupid, dumb, heavy wrench that she had instead of this. You know, it's kind of, it's regular, you know what I mean? But I wish it was just like ridiculous, especially with her name being Heartwrencher. And this is the weapon she chooses to do most of her damage with. I wish it was just a little bit, you know, more, still realistic, but a little bit more cartoonish, if you get what I'm saying. And I wish they would have put that kind of shimmer metallic paint they used. I can't think of what character had it. Instead of this green on here, I think that would have been the tops. So let's take a look at the other female Dreadnoks in the line. Zanya, and of course, Zarana. As you can see, all 3 use similar parts, especially the torso with the shirt, the arm pads, the shoulder pads, and the wrist. I like that they added on Zanya, of course, they added the mesh. That was a great detail that they added there. She has the Zartan symbol, Dreadnok symbol on her shirt. She has the boom, and Zarana, of course, is the solid pink shirt. But all of them, like, they can stand together and still be separate figures. I really love the use of the Tunnel Rat overalls here. I think that was a great addition that they added on that figure to make her own, to keep her, again, separated from the other ladies of the set. I love that Zarana has the knee pads, the knife holster. Zanya's more just the camo, not the camo, but the cargo pants, the fitted cargo pants with the boots. Heartwrencher also uses, I believe these are the reactive armor Scarlet legs. I believe that's what they are. Let me check my references real quick so we can make sure we're giving out the right information. But I believe that's what they are. But again, with use of the parts given, I think she came out great. Again, a great Ascender figure. It was one I was expecting when they announced it before. So there you have it. That's pretty much it for Heartwrencher, you guys. I again appreciate Hooded Cobra Commander for reaching out and asking me to be a part of the Cobra Convergence 3 for 2018. It's been a great experience. I love seeing all the guys' videos that have been posted. I believe Hooded Cobra Commander is next, so be sure to follow him if you don't already. I know a lot of you guys probably came over to my channel from his, so you know, just go in there, click that link on the Cobra Convergence video, follow all the guys and gals who are partake in this Cobra Convergence this year. Again, I appreciate it. It's been exciting. I'm definitely going to have some more reviews for you guys. I got to get back in the swing of things. I know I left off with the G.I.Joe hauls, the rebuild videos, but this really got me back into it. You know, life goes on, life happens, so some things get us kind of backed up a little bit, but him reaching out got me say, you know what, I got a lot of stuff I got to finish, and this was a great inspiration. We got to keep the community strong with the club kind of going down, and we don't know what's going to happen with the movie, if we're going to get a movie line in 2020 or whatever. That's still 2 years away, so we got to stick together and continue to do these types of things and reach out to one another as a community and keep this thing strong. But until the next review, again, Cobra Convergence 3, appreciate all you guys. Continue to like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.